Hey there everybody and welcome back to the show. As always, I'm your host, Justin Archer, aka the Posture Guy, your number one source on pain, posture, and performance. And as you can see behind me, I'm coming to you today from my beautiful backyard. It's a lovely day out. If you see some critters running back and forth, the bigger one is Buster, the smaller one is Harley. They might get excited. There's some squirrels that run around and everything, so ignore them, or not. They could be very entertaining. But no, I also wanted to come out here today because I think the topic kind of related more with outdoorsiness. So I had something happen to me the other night that I thought, I already had a way of explaining this to people, but last night it kind of hit home, and I was like, this is a great way to explain this. So I was helping my stepdad get some stuff down from the attic. And as I was coming down the stairs, if anybody have an attic, or anybody who's just used a ladder knows, you're coming down, and if you happen to miss one or two steps, you'll drop a little bit. And I dropped probably like 2.5 feet, landed on my right leg. Well, as it came down, I slightly twisted my knee. Nothing that bad. I was able to catch myself, nothing major. But I can feel my knee kind of achy and swelling up a little bit. So, and I've had things like that happen. I always tell people, posture alignment therapy, obviously the first thing, its goal is to get people's posture into proper alignment and get them out of pain. Now, once you get there, you want to still use the posture alignment therapy exercises to keep yourself there. And the more you do it, and the better alignment you have, the less susceptible to injury you're going to be. Now, that's not to say that, doing these exercises make you invincible or invulnerable to pain. And so whenever I would get injured, which is far and few in between, like again, nothing major with my knee, I try to see how fast can I get back to 100%. And it never ceased to amaze me that, before knowing posture alignment therapy, things like, a rolled ankle or a twisted knee that would put me out of commission. By commission I mean, working out, doing daily activities that I love to do. It put me out of commission for, weeks at a time. Now, it's days or a single day. And so I have fun with it. Whenever, I don't go look to get hurt, but whenever I do, I try to see, it's like a game for me. How fast can I recover? How fast can I heal? And it dawned on me the other day is that kind of game that I play, and I welcome you to play as well, is, posture alignment therapy allows you to be kind of like Wolverine. Now, most people know what the animal, the Wolverine is, but I'm talking about Wolverine, the Marvel character. So if you're not like a comic book nerd like me or haven't watched any of the Wolverine movies, see, Harley knows who Wolverine is. He's very excited about him. No, Wolverine is a X-Men character from the Marvel comics whose supernatural or special ability is healing power. So if you cut him or shoot him or whatever, he's able to rapidly heal from it. He also has a adamantium skeleton. It has claws that come in his hand, but that's a whole nother thing we can go over in another post. But the main thing is he's able to heal really fast. Now obviously he has a mutant power that allows him to do that. Well, obviously you and me, we don't have those things, but we can use posture alignment therapy to heal very rapidly. And like Wolverine, the thing is he feels the pain. So if someone hits him or he gets shot or cut or falls off a building, he feels it, but he's able to heal from it very fast. Well, same thing. When I came down on my knee the other day, technically the other night, I felt it. I went, ouch, okay, that hurt. Nothing too bad. But now, okay, let's see how fast I can get back to 100%. Because I know today I was going to have a day off working out. Tomorrow I'd like to work out. It's going to include some squats and lunges and things like that. So immediately after I got done helping my stepdad move what we were moving out of the attic, I went straight into about 45 minutes worth, I would say about 40 minutes worth of posture alignment therapy exercises to basically help support the healing process of my knee. So I addressed the alignment of my hip above it and the ankle below it. So that way both those joints, as well as my upper body too, my upper back and shoulders and everything, so those can be in the best position possible so my knee can heal. Then I went to bed, and then this morning I actually spent an hour in the exercise called supine groin progressive in tower. And usually I only spend about 15-20 minutes per day working on my posture. But when I have these little injuries, whether it's a twisted knee or maybe I rolled my ankle or something like that, I slept wrong on my neck, little things like that, for probably the next 12, 24, 36 hours, I will significantly ramp up the time that I spend doing the exercises, because I know just a day, day and a half, maybe even 2 days of spending a little bit more time working my posture is going to severely increase my healing capabilities. And like I said, it's just amazing. It never ceases to amaze me how fast I can come back from injuries now. So, obviously I know if you're dealing with chronic pain right now, you're looking to do just that, in which case at the end of this video, not down below, but right here in the video at the very end, there's going to be a place that you can sign up for to receive. It is exercise routines along with video tutorials for all the exercise, how to do them, proper form, etc., etc., for 16 of the most common chronic pain symptoms that I know of, that we all know of. Lower back pain, upper back pain, hip, knee, shoulder, wrist, all that stuff. And so you can definitely use them to get out of pain. But also, if you're pain-free or relatively pain-free, but from time to time you may have things, you slip off a ladder, you roll your ankle, things like that, use them for that as well. If you, like me, last night or today tweaked your knee a little bit, but usually your knees are fine, pull out the knee routine and do the exercises. And like I said, make it a game. See how fast you can come back from that injury. And like I said, it's amazing what the body's capable of, how fast it could heal if given the proper stimulus, the proper movement, the proper alignment, the right amounts of water, proper hydration, the right foods, making sure you don't eat any inflammatory foods to cause more pain and swelling, things like that. So that's what I want to share with you today is, this stuff is pretty amazing. You can literally make yourself into kind of like a superhero, like Wolverine. So, also not to be confused with the honey badger, which is just a fun comedic video, which I'll put down below. And if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you'll get a laugh. All right. Anyways, thanks for joining me inside this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the honey badger video, and I look forward to seeing you inside the next video. Until then, take care and keep moving. You didn't think you were going to get rid of me that easy, did you? No, I forgot to tell you probably the most important thing, which is, as of now, it's been about, I'm looking at a clock inside here, about 13 hours since I originally fell off the ladder and tweaked my knee. And within that 13-hour time span, my knee has gone from a pain level of, I'd say, about 5 or 6 last evening to right now what I'd put it as about 1.5. As far as range of motion functionality, the other night after tweaking it, I tried some squats and lunges. It was kind of grindy and popping, a little bit of painful in certain angles and range of motion. And right now, a little bit, actually before I filmed this video, I did some squats and lunges, and it was fine. I can fully flex, extend it, no popping, no grinding. I have an inflection and squat, try some external and internal rotation, and it's basically doing anything I ask it to, without any pain. So, I'd like to say it's 100%, back to 100% range of motion functionality, but I know due to the healing process, it's probably more realistically like 90-95%, but I'm confident that if things keep going the way they do, by this evening or tomorrow, it'll be back to 100%. The really cool part of all this is that within these last 13 hours, I've only spent an hour and a half working to improve my posture and relieve my pain. Half an hour last night, an hour this morning. So that just goes to show you that, what a significant impact you can have on your healing capability, the whole healing process in such a relatively short amount of time, in 13 hours, and only an hour and a half of that spent working to, improve your posture, to realign your posture. And, some people may say, well, that's a little gung-ho there, you're kind of extreme. And, quite frankly, that might be right, but as my parents will tell you, I'm very impatient. If I have any amount of pain, even just a little bit, I want to get rid of it like yesterday. I'm not good at waiting. So that's why I would go at this so hard Personally, if you want to take more time with it, by all means, listen to your instincts and listen to your body. Tomorrow morning, if I wake up and my knee is painful and or swollen or any way, I'm going to skip my workout tomorrow. You got to listen to your body. And pain, contrary to popular belief, is not our enemy. In reality, it's actually our friend. Pain is there to tell us that, hey, something is wrong and it needs to be addressed. It's kind of like the check engine light that comes on in your car. It comes on to tell you that something is wrong with your car, you need to get it checked out. Not to, hey, ignore this light or go to your mechanic. I hope you want to do this. Go to your mechanic and say, hey, can you make this light turn off? Hopefully you would go and say, this light came on, can you help me diagnose as to why it came on and then fix that problem? So that's why I never recommend taking things like painkillers to simply numb the pain, because that pain has come up and the inflammation, the swelling, to keep you from doing things that may cause further damage. So for example, I tweaked my knee the other night and it got a little painful, swelled up a little bit. I lost a little bit of range of motion, and it did so as kind of a safety precaution to keep me from doing something stupid today. Like if for example, if I had a marathon scheduled for today, well, obviously I wouldn't go run that marathon because of the pain, the inflammation, the swelling is keeping me from doing it. But imagine if I didn't feel it, right? Like pain just didn't exist in some alternate universe. Or if I just took enough painkillers to numb it. Well, now I go run the marathon, and because I don't know that something's wrong in my knee, the pain hasn't told me that, now I go run 26.2 miles, and with every step I'm causing further and further damage to the joint. So pain is there to keep us from kind of doing stupid stuff that'll cause more damage to whatever part of your body that's injured. It's also there to create the inflammatory response, which then leads to the recovery phase of healing, and then finally to the remodeling phase of healing. So all those three phases we need for our body to heal. Last night I had the inflammatory response. The knee inflamed, it swelled up a little bit, not too much. Then I started doing the exercises, blood, oxygen, white blood cells, fibroblasts, chondroblasts, everything started coming to the knee to start to heal that structure. So that includes kind of the recovery and then the remodeling phase. So it's all necessary. Pain, like I said again, is not our enemy, it's our friend. So with that, go forward, enjoy the exercises, get out of pain, see how fast you can get out of pain, but don't ignore your pain. If it's there for a reason, all right? Anyways, thank you for joining me inside the video, and this time I really mean it. Goodbye.